If you want to know what's going to happen with the Canadian real estate market in 2023, you are not alone. RE/MAX just came out with their predictions. Let's take a look. Amid rising interest rates and a looming recession, RE/MAX Canada is anticipating a modest decline of 3.3% in average residential sales prices across the country in 2023. Ontario and western parts of Canada could see further declines, so GTA, Vancouver, Kelowna. However, Atlantic Canada and Alberta is set to see growth. Here in Calgary, they're predicting growth of 7%. Calgary is still very affordable compared to Ontario and parts of BC, and we have experienced significant net migration. Now, demand has decreased slightly, but paired with historically low inventory levels, it's really limited the downward pressure on pricing. We know there are a lot of buyers and sellers sitting on the sidelines right now waiting to see where the Bank of Canada's policy rate will land and how prices will react. But, you can't sit on the sidelines and wait forever. A lot of people have significant life changes. They get married, they have babies, they get divorced, that pushes them into action. Now, the timing of when they're going to come back potentially could be, if we see a pause on interest rates. So if everybody comes back all into the market all at one time, that should be very interesting paired with low inventory levels. They are expecting the economy to stabilize a little bit more in the second half of 2023. It's tricky when to tell buyers to get back in, right? Because understandably, people are a little bit cautious right now, but at the same time, real estate and investing should be for the long term. So are you buying a home primarily as an investment, or are you buying a home as your primary place to live? It's really great when we can make both line up. But oftentimes, if you're focusing too much on making it the best investment possible while you're also still trying to find your dream home, you end up with neither. So if you are buying as a short-term investment, it could be a bit volatile for that right now, but it also could be a time where you get properties slightly cheaper if this prediction is true and prices are going to go up in Calgary. But if you're buying for the long term, this is your dream home, the sooner you buy, the longer you have to build equity in the home. And if prices are predicted to go up, it's better to purchase now before prices go up, but also when there's less people in the market, so less people to compete against, driving that price up more. Let's dive into Calgary and see what they have to say about our city specifically. Much like Vancouver, Calgary's market is balanced, but is expected to shift into seller's territory in early 2023. First-time buyers are driving demand in the region, with move-up and move-over buyers trailing close behind, a trend that is expected to continue in 2023. First-time buyers dealing with higher interest rates have lowered their expectations and downsized their purchases, going from single detached homes to duplex or apartments, says Richard Fleming from RE/MAX Real Estate Mountain View. Thanks, Richard. That's the same thing that I'm seeing here now. In the earlier part of the year, worked with a lot of people buying or selling single detached homes, and now a lot of my business has also shifted. People are adjusting their expectations and are having to purchase row homes, apartment style condos. So I'm personally seeing that a lot more in my business as well. We're seeing first time buyers that still want to get into real estate. They're just adjusting what that looks like. Okay, so exactly what I'm seeing as well. The average residential sales price increased by 13% from $585,025 in 2021 to $658,277 in 2022. Condos are currently the dominant housing type in the region. Okay, yeah, makes sense. With single detached homes expected to drive the majority of sales in 2023 as buyers seek additional living space. Okay, so that's interesting. So what they're saying is that we are expecting that the single detached homes are going to drive the majority of sales in 2023. So they think it's going to come back again. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Inventory is anticipated to remain low in the first quarter of the year, before steadily increasing throughout the third quarter and finally sloping down again in the final quarter. I want to know what you guys predict is going to happen. We know there's a lot of key indicators that we need to watch out for, such as unemployment. Are they going to raise interest rates more? There's a lot of different things that are going to determine how this turns out for 2023, but I want to know what you think. What you think is going to happen, put it down in the comments below. My prediction for Calgary, I will put it out there right now. But we have lower inventory levels right now than we did last year at this time. If we see a ton of buyers decide to come back into the market and inventory levels remain fairly steady for where they're at, I think it's going to be a busy spring market. So let me know what you guys think down below.